Manifesting and why it's taking so long. That's what we're discussing. Why I'm manifesting, and is it working or not working? This is a very common question. And yes, this is Manifestation Masters. The part where you're trying to figure out, it's like, is it taking so long? I've done this, I've done that, I've been healing, I've been constantly doing everything that a person should be doing, advised by all these gurus online. Yes, all these guru who you follow, they're amazing for sure, and has taught you well, has given you the best advice, and you're asking why is it still not working? Why I don't have the relationship? Why I don't have the money? Why? Well, this is all basically dependent on your karmic debt. Now, what would be a karmic debt? What did you do in your past life? What did you do in your past life? So think of it like you have negatives. Okay? So there's negatives in your let's just say manifestation bank account. Okay, so your what do you call that, overdraft. So imagine how much remedy that you have to put in, because it's negative, it's down, it's really really down like that, and how much you have to put in. Okay, just got an order. See, people are manifesting 400,393. 400,393. So coming back, so the negatives, right? So your karmic bank account, your karma bank account is in the negative, and then the remedies will uplift those negative first. You have to pay first the negative. You got to pay the overdraft first. You have to pay the overdraft. Now, it can take paying the overdraft multiple remedies. There are different kinds of remedies. It's not as simple as like, okay, like how I use my gemstones, my crystals, right? It's not just a simple one prayer and it works out. Okay. There are different kinds. There's tamasic remedy, there's sattvic, tamas and sattvic. But we're not going there. But then how much remedy? Because how much negative? So you could be doing charity work, the best remedy, doing good for others, donating, we call it. So you're a person who's going to keep donating, give money to the needy, help them, do the work, like you go volunteer. So think of it this way: volunteering and doing charity work, fast paying, fast credit. Doing good things for others. Let's just say, okay, you have 100 negative. Okay, 100 negative. You probably can do two charity work. Okay, help the elderly. Okay, in the elderly home, help them, and then help. Let's just say children who's homeless. Okay, you do two charity. Okay, and you do it every Saturday. When you're paying, when you're doing charity, do Saturday. Don't ask, just do Saturday. So you do it. Okay, you do it. Let's just say maybe 5 times. You paid your karmic debt. That is 100. Now you're gonna get what you want. You paid already. So anything extra is now abundance. Abundance is something that exceeds. Right? Abundant. So you're not abundant, you're still in the negative. You're not getting the money, you're not getting the relationship, you're not getting whatever you're manifesting. But those are the common, love and money. So, how much is the negative? Why did I say charity? Because charity, everyone has access. Everyone has access to charity. Everyone can help other people. But gemstones, like not everybody can buy it. Right? I understand that. And I'm here to teach. I'm not here to, to tell you to get. Okay. But if you want to, of course. Okay. Of course, if you want to. Okay. But I'm as real as it gets. When I'm teaching you manifestation, I'm as real as it gets. It's not always about the gemstone. But here's the thing. Some people are lazy to wake up on a Saturday to do charity. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I did that. I did charity. Okay, the charity, elderly, we go to 99 cent store, and then, you don't need to buy them stuff. It would be nice if you buy for them, but it's a practice that you don't. Something like that. It depends on the charity place. But anyway, so charity is accessible to everyone. That's why it's a good remedy. You don't need to be wealthy, but you can do act of kindness and service. Now, the other remedy, another free remedy. But people are lazy. Reciting your mantras and prayer facing at the facing the east during Brahma Muhurta, we call it, during the sunrise. So, you want, again, the negative 100 to go up, to be abundant. But how many prayers? How many prayers you need to do? Right? Because you're lazy to go to do the charity. Let's just say that. I'm not saying that you are. But then, you said, like, oh, well, I can do prayers, right? I like to pray. I pray, Sal, I pray. Okay, you pray. 108 days, do not miss it. At 5 a.m., you face the east. You do the mantra, okay, 108 times every day. Now, this is not the whole, how the current condition of manifestation in the community. There's nothing wrong. But affirmations, the affirmation is like probably like 2% effective. I see myself in this. I see myself in this. You repeat 2% effective. You're not connecting with anything divine. You are in the I. It's actually based on ego. Nothing wrong with ego, but it is based on the I. But it helps. That'll be 2%. So if it's 100 negative, by 3-4 years, you'll pay it with the whole repeating of words. Because who are you repeating it to? You're not connecting with the divine. This is about, like you're paying your debts to some higher form of, like a being. But it's not about religion or not, spirituality also, right? So you can do that, you just, because this is what the current, right? There's a lot of people who would teach you affirmations. Affirmations is good because it's mind conditioning, but you're not paying your karmic debt, which you have, that's why you're here. Okay. So now you go to the prayer. So let's just say for charity, it's fast, right? 50 credits, 50, pound, abundant. Money comes to you right away because you paid it. You did the service. You paid it. I'm not going for astrology much, but that is Saturnian. So now you go to the other side. Okay. Prayer. Prayer consistency, it's probably gonna give you 20%. Okay? This is just random numbers I'm giving. 20%. Okay? Because you're clearing, you're surrendering. You're surrendering to the divine. I'm surrendering. I'm here. I'm listening. I am changing. I'm evolving my frequency. Because mantras and prayer, regardless any religion or spiritual belief, that the prayer itself elevates your frequency. Okay? So your frequency now changes. The debts from 100, negative 100, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. So the more you pray, healing, money, love, stability, job, career, success, the more you pray, oh, it's here now, it's here, the 100, bam, abundant. The divine gives you money, love, because you pay the debts. Yeah. That's why it's taking long. And consistency matters. Consistency. You don't manifest. I always say, you don't manifest with one gemstone. What? You're that good. You're that good that you only need one. And all your debts is done, is paid for. No. You have so many debts in previous lives. So you gotta pay. Now, here's the question. Then what should you do? Charity first. Charity. Help others. This is also known. If you have a problem, that problem that you have, help solve someone's problem. Do it for them. I know it's counter. And it's like, but I can't. My problem is money. How can I help? Because if you can give what you don't even have, That's act of kindness. But this is not toxic relationship, okay? This is not like, oh, I'm so no, 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 no. Don't do that, okay? Because it's the act, it's the surrender, it's the duty, it's the part where you are selfless. Pow! Universe sees it. Act of kindness, abundance for you. Now, don't ask me about other people's like, but why is other people so much money? No, 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 no. No, this is about you. Let's not talk about them. Okay. Do you understand? Is it clear why your manifesting is taking so long and what's causing the delay? What's causing the delay? Inconsistency. I'm just gonna sit down, guys. Inconsistency. Now, this inconsistency that you have is mainly related that you can't keep up, and then you're in the negative, and then you tried, bam, negative again, and then it keeps going because your intention is not pure. If it's pure, you're consistent. If there's a will, there's a way. When you want something, right? Exactly. So now you understand. Now you know. This is how you manifest. Welcome to Manifestation Masters. I'll come here and there to teach you guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow me on all my platform. I have a lot of channels. You know that.